Hello everyone and welcome back to Lord of the Rings Realms in Exile, where today I'm hoping we can get the Zealous trait because I have been told that actually it's the historical endeavor in the Age of the Trees. I don't know which one exactly, but we'll look when it comes off cooldown. Anyway, we have a lot of gold. I think we already have a Holy Order, right? Yeah, we already have the Host of Valinor here. Right, that's looking good. And our men-at-arms, I think, are looking decent as well. The only thing that's kind of questionable is I did get this unit of trebuchets. So I'm just wondering, what would I get instead of those? Because I think I already have some skirmishers. That's these down there. We don't have the Sylvan Rangers. Ooh. We have the Lomequendi Archers instead. So we could go ahead and get a unit, a regiment. I don't know what they're called. We could get an army of Sylvan Rangers as well. Retinue Vanguard. I mean, we already have the Feladagnir over here. I think they're called the Lomequendi Heavy Infantry. We already have some of those. We have the Feladagnir. We have the Spearmen. Archers, that's just regular archers. That's boring. We have Lomequendi archers as well. What about some cavalry, actually? Because we have the Royal Elk Riders, which are very nice. But what about the Lomequendi heavy cavalry over here? Ooh. I mean, they have some very nice stats. They counter skirmishers and archers. Maybe we do, right. And then what I'm thinking is once I max out of this unit here... Oh, we don't even need to replace them, actually. I can recruit another. Oh, wow. Okay. Right. Well, I guess we're getting... Okay, we're going to get some heavy cavalry. And then... Or do I want to get the Sylvan Rangers first? Because they have extra counters. I tell you what, I'm going to get the Silver Rangers first. And then we'll replace the trebuchets with the heavy cavalry. There we go. We're expanding the army. Man, I love the artwork as well, by the way. Here, let's click a few times on there. Once I've maxed the army, then we're going to start focusing on the men-at-arms buildings as well. Don't worry, we're going to get round to it all. Neighboring rulers are winning wars. Nice. I'm not currently in any wars with my protectorate, so that's fine. You are fighting an uprising. Oh, we have some disgusting orcs over here, but I don't think I can do anything against you. No, because we're not bordering. How are my borders looking? Oh, the Björning. Wait, no. The Great Fat One? Oh, hell no. Right. We have another war where we need to take back the Carrick Vale and relinquish it. We liberate a contested title to new independent rulers of a local culture of a non-evil faith. Let's do it. Declare the war. We're raising once more. And I enjoy that we can fight back and strike back a little bit now. Also, look at all of my traits. But you know what? Being an elf is actually really cool because you just slowly get better and better and better. And stronger, and you build up. Especially your traits. I don't know, man. It's really cool, right? Our army's a bit expensive, so we'll try and end this one as fast as we can. 4 days to siege that, by the way. Oh, we have been summoned to the south as well. Right. I will join this. However, I am currently sieging in the north. I'll tell you what. If I will take this... This war should be over relatively quickly. 93 gold ransom as well. With how fast we're sieging here. The only problem is I need to get everything in the war... The war objective here. So I'll siege this, then we'll head south, and I think that should give me 100%. I mean, they're going to siege my forest as well, actually. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to hit them over there. Man, we siege so fast. Do I want to get rid of my second stack of siege equipment? What if I replace the trebuchets with a second stack of great siege engines? That could be nice. Right. Noblesse oblige fascination. What does that give us? Noblesse oblige. Vassal opinions and whatnot. Okay, I think we're just picking the one we're being exposed to, aren't we? This gives me more development growth. That's done in 7 years. I shall be getting that. Commanded by ruler. I've never seen that icon before. Man, look at the advantage. We absolutely crushed these guys. Okay, enforce the demands. There we go. And so now with you, I should be able to... I need to unpause, don't I? Oh, I can't establish... Oh, because I'm in a war, I can't actually establish Protectorate. Right, here. Let us head south. I will make my way down there. Oh, you're being attacked by quite a large opponent, but they are no match for the elves. I shall make my way down here swiftly. Here, we should be able to... Probably 5 times my speed. Way down there. There we go. They're fleeing. They know what fate awaits them. How dare you attack my protectorates. Order is being reinstalled. Get out of here. Here, let's do some sieges. Ah, the war's already won anyway. Maybe I get a little bit of gold, though, with how fast we siege. Yeah, look at a 9-day siege is amazing. Oh, my prisoner escaped? How dare you? How did you escape? This is the second time this has happened from memory. Last time it was stinky little hobbits. Right. You will now become my protectorate. There we go. Let's establish that. I can wander the forest. I think I should keep on doing that as well. Here we go. And also, man, look, I haven't even built up my capital, really. That's just what it started with. I mean, I built up a tiny bit. And then I realized I needed men-at-arms ASAP. But imagine once we focus on it and optimize the buildings or whatnot. Oh, it's gonna be incredible. Right, here we go. Let's go wander the forest. I did get some artifacts as well, didn't I? So we got a fine organ. Let's go by categories. I don't need the Blooded Blade, but I can't sell that. The Lucky Lads Galandrim coin I will keep. And we got a ton of journals here. Okay, I'm going to sell the ones that I can sell, and I'll keep that one. There we go. I'm always a fan of getting some more gold. Right, are you guys evil? No, you're righteous, that's fine, and you're righteous as well. Okay. And someone's hired my holy order here. Oh, I like that it's being used. I forget that the other elves can also use it. We sit in a quiet, empty tavern in Bannermere when a loud band of ragged-looking soldiers come barging into the common room. The leader, a confident brute, pushes one of my guards aside and has the audacity to sit down at my table. Nobleman, my lord. Interested in the services of the best band of mercenaries in Bannermere? Mercenaries. Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are speaking to? I get an army of 1,000 men. I don't know how good they are. No. I will enjoy a small break. Also, I want to check something. If I go down to here. Ah, too far to interact with. Ah, okay. What about the dwarfs over there? It might be a beta thing where I did a live stream yesterday for those who didn't watch it. And I was playing as Rohan. And when I invited the dwarves to the mountains, I could right-click on them and I could recruit dwarven mercenaries. And they would be added as special soldiers. And it was very cool. But that might be a beta thing. Oh, I can't wait to play on the new version in the future. We might have to play a dwarf though, so I guess we won't see that mechanic. I feel like every other Lord of the Rings series, I'm a dwarf. But guys, I love dwarfs. What can I say here? Let's try and improve our learning. I don't think we were successful, unfortunately. Where's my men-at-arms? There they are. Why is it reordered? Why have they not gone to the end, eh? That's confusing. Well, I don't actually have enough gold for you anyway. What's this? But my gold? There, give me the money back, and we can leave it like that. But if I catch you stealing from me again, young lad, I will not be so merciful. That I can promise you. Right, here we go. Oh, I'm still on 3 times speed. Artifacts have low durability. I don't care about that. We have some disabled buildings. In Amon Lank. Why is that? Ah. Wait. Building disabled because you do not have the title Amon Lank. Oh, I need the duchy title. Right, well, we might as well make that then. And also we have disabled building here because... Ah, no, we need to restore this, right? Yes, yes, we need to renew this. Okay, that will come at some point. Right, at least this building should come online now. But we'll re-enable next month. There we go. And this one won't because it's like a normal, regular thing. I will build up at some point. Now is not the time, though. 50 gold. Okay. I didn't have chance. I mean, we still have the Throne of Mordor as well. Let's not forget about that. By the way, Saruman has been relentless. Like a constant thorn in Sauron's side. Which is amazing. He's really a distraction and holding him back. Oh, what's going on over here? Okay, that's like in the war. And the Winian's doing very good as well. The dwarfs are going mining. By the looks of things. A quarter war. Okay. I have just recently freed that land. And now I must go back to free them once more. Or prevent the invaders. Right, there's an army down in the south. If I just raise here... I don't know. That's not what I wanted to do. Stop it! I wanted to pull it there. There we go. Oh, man. The army raises so fast as well. 9 days is amazing here. You thought you could siege my forest, you fools? Oh, you're about to be crushed. I move so much faster in the forest now as well. Or maybe it's because I don't have camel running circles around me. It feels that way. Can you end the war so I can disband? Please? Oh, okay. Never mind. I've got another war. Okay, down this away. I'm actually hunting them down. But I'm going to come and help anyway, obviously. I like this. Someone told me I can automate my armies. I don't want to. I enjoy fighting. Also, I don't trust the AI. The AI suck. I really don't trust CK3's AI. Here, let's burn their war banner. You won't be having that anymore, my friends. Get out of my forests. Yeah, I'll help. I'll come and siege this. We're very strong when it comes to fighting orcs and whatnot now, but... I do fear Sauron and his horde that he has. I won't lie. But we're building up slowly, although the army is very expensive. Can you hurry up and bloody end the war, please? I've studied the Sindarin language. Ooh, impressive. Very nice. I'm proud of you. Do you want to become my vassal yet? Wait. What's happening here? Pause a minute. How do you have this? What? Hell no. Homeland Reclamation. That's what I want. How on earth did you end up with that land over here? Did they convert? They must have. Wait, but they're not elves anyway. I'm so confused how this situation has arisen. I will push them out of the forests immediately. There we go. That was very quick. I am a master of the Greenwood once more. Okay, here. Let's give that to a local. Hopefully they don't let it slip as well. I mean, I kind of want to... Oh, I don't have 150 gold. It's a waste of gold because the AI is probably going to lose it anyway. I mean, what I could do... No, you don't have any gold. I was going to tell them to colonize, but I think it's pointless. We can hold a mystical communion. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I get a learning perk now? Okay. Increased development in county efficiency? We're not really doing that. We don't really have wards. Minus 20% stress gain sounds nice, though. Here, let's go ahead and unlock that. And I can wander the forest again as well. I'll be honest, I'm kind of wanting to save maximum gold at the moment. So let's hold off on that, because we're going to have to do the historical endeavor soon as well. When that comes off cooldown. Let's not forget that. You're fighting again. Yeah, I think they're fine. They have 4 attackers. 10 gold ransom. Thank you very much. 25 gold there too. Let's see. I think I can 5 times speed, because we're waiting for the historical endeavor to come off cooldown. And then once we get that zealous trait, Oh. That's when the fun starts. High King Elissa has finally passed from the mortal realm. And now his son, High King Odalion, will lead the realm of men against the shadows of Mordor. Oh boy, I can join wars. I mean, they're building up. If I joined Gondor, dare I say that we can beat Mordor? I don't know. I just have a feeling that we might be able to do it. What's this? Arendor conquest of this. No. I'm not gonna join that. Okay, right. We got a bit more gold. Although I said I wanted to save it, didn't I? Bloody orcs are scheming in my courts constantly. I'm gonna have to move over here, but that's why I need the Holy Orders. Really. Yeah, this extravagance has gone too far. Bring me my books on the histories. I need to study. Hurried messengers arrive into my hall bringing news from Lupa. You want my help again, huh? It's fine. I shall help you, my friend. Right. Where's the best place to raise? I'll raise myself over here. There we go. And I'm just going to go straight over for the... probably for the capital. 6,000. Oh, wow. Okay, you're fighting multiple wars now. Okay, I'm going to help in all of them. Don't you worry. Oh, yeah. Holy Order's been hired already. I mean, I could have used it as well. I need to remember. Oh, it's not actually being hired? I mean, it has no cost, so why wouldn't I, right? I need to get in the habit of hiring them. Oh. Well, make sure you siege all of the county. Holy crap, that was insane. Here, let's link up the armies. Ah, Holy Orders are so cool. And they basically pay themselves off as soon as they expand once. It's absolute insanity. I love it. I should keep that open just in case a war piques my interest there. Man, look how fast this is. I think that war has actually already been won. Because of all the castles I've sieged over here. Oh, I like having 2 stacks of siege equipment. It's nice. Right. Where's their army? There they go. They're in the north. Let's go and hit them. Anything interesting happening here? Elrond is at war, but it's at his stupid artifact war. Yeah, let's get embassies. I think that's what we were getting down to. Sure, because we're going down towards diplomat. We are going to have to use diplomacy, not just our arrows and our swords if we're going to progress. Right, that's 100 there. What is this? War to vanquish darkness. Okay, I would like to join that. However, you're not the war leader. Galadriel is the war leader. I can't join your war because we're not allies. Ah, yeah, we're just defensive allies here. So how is Galadriel doing nowadays? I mean, she is growing. Rebuilding her strength. I like to see that. Got some great siege engines as well. Brilliant choice, I must say. Right, so I can't join that. So I think that's fine. Yep, let's go back to 5 times speed. Okay, we're saving a little bit of gold. I have enough for the historical endeavor when the time comes. I stand above my subjects as a sovereign ruler, unequaled in the realm. Dressing the part with resplendent garments and jewelry would serve as a subtle reminder to everyone that I am in charge. Oh, that's expensive. Traditional raiments. Oh, yes. Local fashions have symbolic meaning. I don't need to change my appearance to appease those or what's happening over here. Just a minor flu. Nothing to worry about for us. Man, Angmar is growing though. Oh, wow. Let me check the game rules a second. What did I say? Colonization? Oh, it's law friendly. Okay. Ah, yeah, I didn't want to use weighted just in case the AI took part of the Greenwood. I remember that. Wait. What happened here? Darwinian has formed the Ravanian. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. But now you're not my protectorate anymore. Okay. But also, they are a good people. So hopefully they still protect the eastern border of my realm here. We shall hope so. As their Arendor, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such a risk? I will win their unwavering loyalty. I can become a generous liege. I mean, am I not generous for protecting them to begin with? I'm not going to do a battle of songs, though. I'm far too important to be doing this. I have other stuff to be doing. Right. I mean, no, legends are expensive. I'm not going to start a legend. That's endgame stuff. we don't need legends here. You've also studied Sindarin. Impressive. The people are starting to understand the hierarchy of things and why they are still existing in Middle-earth. It is because of the elves that there is still hope. Murder on me has been abandoned. Okay. I'll be honest, I forget I was being murdered. I can actually declare on Ravanian, which is funny. I'm not going to do that, though. That would be absolutely ridiculous. Right. How long before... Oh, okay. Asphalov is passing. How long before I can do this historical endeavor? Yeah, cannot host another one for 10 years, but where's the cooldown listed to? 3 years, okay. That's not too long. I step out into the fresh air and I am greeted by the sad message that my beloved stallion Asphalov passed away during the night, leaving nothing behind but an emptiness in my heart. I will miss you. But it is time for me to ride the royal elk once more. Where are they? There they are. Get me my elk. Thank you, Willie. I can see the poem is truly heartfelt. The dwarfs are respecting me as well. I mean, I did give them back their homelands after all. What's this? I mean, it becomes inspired, but I'm not wasting gold on inspirations right now. Here, because we do have a nice bit of gold, I can afford a couple more of those, though. Because we need to wait anyway for the inspiration. Not inspiration, bloody hell. For the historical endeavor. Right, Legolas has become my friend. Nice. We have a good father-son relationship. We have promissory notes now. Promissory notes, what does that do? Development growth plus 10. Oh, wow, that was quick. Okay. I guess we unlock primogeniture. We're being exposed to it, but... I mean, it's kind of useless for us. It won't change anything, but we're just picking everything up now. Again, a new artifact. Thank you very much. The Lance's Song. It's a tiny bit of prestige, but I'll be honest, if there's one thing we're not struggling with, nowadays it's prestige. But I appreciate it. Oh, they were going to war, but I don't know who with. Right. We have been summoned by Dorrunen, the descendants of Boromir. Who are they fighting? I will join the war. I probably should check that first. Okay, about 12,000 orcs to the south. Right. Pick up your swords, lads. It is time for us to crush some orc scum. Here, let's get the Holy Order as well, because I'm sure they will enjoy this. I can hire these too, but they cost piety. You know, I'm happy enough with mine. Wow, we raise the army so fast nowadays. Let us march to the Black Gates and show Sauron that we do not fear his subordinates. Oh, I forget that the dead marshes are here. Oh, it's so cool. Right, we will crush them. 4 times speed, I think, is fine. If there's anyone that has to fear anything here, it's most certainly them and not me. Like, their army... Yeah, their armies are absolutely... Their armies are in big trouble. And they separated them as well. Right, 57% war score. Should we see how fast we can siege the Black Gate? What's this? A fort level of 22. This might decide whether I keep the 2 stacks of siege equipment. Early days, yeah, I have to. But at one point, I will replace the... Oh, I shall replace the trebuchets with great siege engines. But I need more gold to do that. And 21 gold here. Oh, Mordor's going raiding with 96,000 orcs. Holy crap. Well, luckily that wasn't a hostile army. Otherwise, I would have been screwed. 41 gold here as well. Sauron just casually sent his orcs there. They saw the Black Gate was being sieged, but they don't care, apparently. Okay, right, we're going to have to deal with that war as well when the time comes. Okay, that has been won. Where are we going now? All the way north. Okay. I'll tell you what. How long will it take me to march there? 6 months. I mean, it's probably similar if I disbanded. However, if I have an organizer, which I do, we can get there a little bit faster. Yeah, 5 months. It saves a month of travel time. It's worth it. Yeah, let's 5 times speed vote. God, these distances are huge. I'm probably going to run out of supplies as well. Oh, I'm massively in debt, actually. Oh, I only just realized this. Oh, I'm going to have to organize the army when at war, especially now. Okay, we got a diplomacy perk. Fabricating is quicker. We can also buy artifacts. Claims. Don't think I'm going to make use of that, though. Okay. Man, I'm massively in debt. I'm still stronger than them, though, so it shouldn't change anything. Well, I need to recover. Right, there we go. Disband the army. Get me out of debt. I can train the commanders again now, though. That's fine. So much for doing a historical endeavor on cooldown, huh? I didn't realize how much gold I was leaking. Holy crap. This army's getting expensive. Before we fight Sauron or whatnot. Okay, there's the historical endeavor. Before we fight Sauron, I need to make sure I have a war chest, because training commanders is going to be extremely useful. Here, let's increase development in the capital. Okay, more wars are breaking out. Where's this? Over in the west again. Ah, bloody hell. Here. Also, guys, so on the stream yesterday, this is going to be pointless complaining, but I absolutely hate the new realm tab. You know how it is now, where you have like vassal, succession, domain up here? This is so much better than the new crappy buttons that they added to the side. That's a base game thing. I don't know why they changed it. Maybe there's a reason, but I hate it. Like, why change this? This was so easy. Maybe there wasn't enough space, but then just add a second row. Like, the height of this, you could add a second row here, no problem, right? I don't know. I don't like the new layout. I like this layout. This is so much better. But yeah, the reason I say this is because eventually I'm gonna stop playing 1.15 when I start new series and whatnot, and then I'm gonna have the new annoying UI. Ah, I hate it. If anyone knows of a mod that reverses that change, please tell me. I'm desperate. I don't get along with the new UI at all. I don't know. It sucks. The change. It triggers me. It didn't need changing. Anyway, we've won the war. So I'm going crazy waiting for my historical endeavor here. Holy crap, the gold. I forgot about that for a moment. Okay, let's 5 times speed. I think we need like 250 gold or something, right? For a historical endeavor. I can double check how much it was. Because if we go here... like, I don't care about this. If we do this, yeah, 252, and that gives us 2 shots in case we pick the wrong one, is what I'm thinking. Elrond is still at war. Okay, I can't join that anyway. I would like some gold, please. As for Arundel, my vassals owe me their allegiance. Oh, am I going to get this every 10 years now? Okay, sure. I lose a little bit of taxes, but it's fine. Challenge to a board game. I don't have time for board games right now. I'm going to the library. I need to do some reading. Fetch me my books and whatnot. My impressive caravan master, Inglarel, is a masterful organizer. Since hiring her, even the slightest sojourn seems a vision of hasty ease. She busies herself day and night, replenishing supplies and updating Erin Lasgallen itineraries. For a moment, I am taken aback when she earnestly asks me, "My Arendor, what is more valuable, your time or your health?" I mean, both are very important, you are not mistaken. That is interesting. Safe travels. Travel safety. Travel speed. Let's go with travel speed. I think travel speed is fine. Right, sorry guys. I just had to double check. For some reason, certain channels were unmuted in OBS, but luckily they didn't seem to be receiving a signal, so I just quickly muted them. Yes and no was destroyed. Okay. Oh, we've got another surprise birthday. Okay, I think I'll take the smallest one. So now I have the Arendor Thranduil's brooch. Is it a good one? Not really. I'm going to put it in storage, my friends. Thank you. Right. What that has done, though, has given me exactly what I wanted. We can now do a historical endeavor once more. Obviously, we do it over in Arafrind. This is... Oh, no, it's not the same cost. There we go. Let's do that. We'll do that. And let us begin the historical endeavor. This time, we are going to find a way to become zealous. I can feel it. What is this? Third time lucky? I think this is our third time. Or maybe it's our fourth time. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the mythical year of the trees. And I think... Okay. Maybe the sundering of the elves would be a good one. We'll see. Okay. We're going to click on it. We're going to do some reading. And I like this because now we're starting at the very beginning. And some of the lore will probably make more sense to myself. And to those of you who don't know too much about Lord of the Rings lore, hopefully things will make a little bit more sense for you as well. What's this? Look what I found. This is a groundbreaking discovery. My friend Bloodring comes running into the room out of breath. And visibly excited, he unrolls a parchment scroll and lays it on my lectern for me to read. It is indeed very old, written in an antiquated form of Sindarin. It seems to be recounting the event of the fall of Gondolin, but something seems a little off. The Balrog and the assault are said to number in the hundreds. Oh, we had this one before. Balrog inflation. I think the author got a little bit carried away. That's fine. Right, so the awakening of the elves. On the far eastern shores of the lost inland sea of Haulkar, in a bay that came to be known as Cuavinen, the first elves awoke from the sleep of Iluvatar. Here they dwelt for a time, happy under the beauty of the stars in heaven, and have ever since loved starlight and revered their creator Vardar above all the Valar. Before long, the fledgling elves were discovered by Melkor, who sent his dark agents to watch from the shadows and capture any elf that strayed too far from the waters of awakening. These unfortunate souls were imprisoned in the bowels of Ultimo, and through slow arts of cruelty, were corrupted and bred to form the orcs in envy and mockery of the elves. Later, the elves were found by the Valar Oromir in his hunts upon Middle-earth, and he was seized with a desire to protect them, and so it came to pass that the powers made war upon Melkor to deliver the elves from the clutches of evil, forever changing the face of Middle-earth in the conflict and imprisoning Melkor in the halls of Mandos for thousands of years. Ooh. Thank Eru for the protection of the Valar against such terrifying evil. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna find a zealous perk in here. So we now have the Avery. With Melkor humbled and in chains, Oromir came again to the elves and passionately called them to follow him to Valinor, promising them safety, tutelage, and light. The elves sent 3 ambassadors from among them to travel to Valinor and speak for their people, Ingwer, Finwë, and Elwë. Returning from Valinor, they were so filled with awe by the glory and majesty of the Valar and the splendor of the light of the 2 trees that they urged their people to heed the summons of the Valar and make the long journey west to Valinor. Thus befell the first sundering of the elves, But while the kindred of Ingwe and son of the kindreds of Finwë and Elwë were willing to follow Orome, there were many still that refused the call to leave the lands of their birth, as they loved Middle-earth and the starlight above, the unknown west and rumours of its burning light. These elves became known as the Avari, the unwilling, and would not meet their kindred again until many ages were past. A tragic parting, but the LotR were right to journey west. Yeah, let me get a drink of water quickly. What's happening over here? Adventurer landed. Okay. So they were elves once, or were they? Oh, is this about the orc thing? Yeah, I mean, we just read this anyway. Waste of time. I already know the origin. I've just read it. Okay, so next we have the Vanya. So we have Aaron Ingwe, the Lecker of Valimar. You're over here. Okay. Once the elves who answered the summons of the Valar set out on the great journey, they were further split into 3 groups. The smallest of these groups was led by Ingwe, and were the most anxious to reach Valinor. The great journey is about sailing west, right? Yes. But it's specifically during the Year of the Trees, though. Okay. The Vanya led the way, pushing ever westward at a great pace, becoming the first to reach the shores of the vast Belaga. It was here that the Valar Ulmo uprooted the large island known as Tol Eressëa from the middle of the ocean, and with the help of his servants used it to ferry the Vanya from the shore and across the waves to the land of Valinor. For his haste and his zeal, Ingwe was crowned High King of all the elves. The Vanya loved the valor and the light of Valinor above all else, choosing never to return to Middle-earth, save to fight in the War of Wrath, in the final overthrow of Melkor at the end of the First Age. Such devotion and unwavering dedication to a single cause is inspiring. I've unlocked a learning perk. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see. Time between mental breaks. I don't really need that. Oh, that's a nice one. +1 to all my stats. If I get mental resilience, can I just get Wisdom of the Ages 8? Even though I don't have this one. Because I started with this, I think I can just get to this. It looks funny. Right. A Prince of Cats. I think this is just an in-between thing, right? Yeah, I think I've had this before. Okay, let's... we'll get some diplomacy experience. Okay, I'm paused. Idiot. Right, the Noldor. So this is High King Finwë, who I think has actually popped up in previous endeavors as well as the current one. The historical endeavor, yeah. The next to arrive were the elves known as the Noldor, led by Finwë, making good time but not bearing the same burning determination of the Vanya. When they arrived in Valinor, they built the city of Tirion upon the green hill of Tuna. Yeah, that's what we read about. With the help of Vanya in the gap of the Pelori Mountains, and it was here that Finwë ruled over his people. The Noldor are accounted as the most skilled among all the elves in lore and smithing, the greatest among them being Finwë's son, Fëanor, creator of the famed Silmarils. Many Noldor would eventually return to Middle-earth to fight against Melkor, and form the most well-known of the great Elven kingdoms. Oh, I would love to do like a smithing Elven playthrough at some point. That could be cool. Okay, let's do this. Those gems cause more trouble than they're worth. Actually, no, because I want a... Learning... Increase my learning by 1 is good as well, actually. Yeah, the Noldor's mastery of craftsmanship is amazing. They have Ulla's blessing. Now we have the Teleri. So Círdan is currently in Lindon. We know of him. That's King Elu Fingal of Doriath. Then we have Aaron Olwë the Stallion, who is in Valinor right now. Okay. Finally came the elves known as the Teleri, led by the brothers Olwë and Elwë, and the largest of the 3 kindreds who set out on a great journey. Unlike their Vanya and Noldor brethren, the Teleri were a diverse group with great portions of their disunited host settling along the way without ever making it to Valinor. In the woods of the Rovanian, the Sylvan elves and Nandor settled, while the green elves settled to the forests of Assyrian and the Ered Luin. The Sindar made their home in Doriath after tarrying there to try to find their leader Elwë, who had become enraptured with the Maya Melian. The Maya Melian. I think we read about this, right? Last were the Falafrim, who settled the coasts of Beleriand, taking Noe, in later years known as Kidden, as their lord. Finally, those remaining few that completed the great journey to Valinor under the leadership of Olwe found the city of Alqualonde, the haven of the swans, and became known as the Fowlemery. I kind of want that learning perk. A lesson in perseverance and the rewards of seeing things through to the end. Ah, I didn't get it. An age to study. Okay, right. We'll go back to the mythical years of the trees. So we have Feanor and the disquiet of the Noldor, or the first kinslaying and the exile of Noldor. I have a feeling maybe this is the one that makes me zealous. However, I kind of want to do it in order, because then the lore makes more sense to me as I'm reading it. I think that was a big problem as well, like reading stuff from the first age and whatnot. I didn't understand. I need to understand things from the beginning. So I'm going to go for Feanor and the disquiet of the Noldor. We'll learn about this as well. King Trotter, that's another in-between thing. I don't think eccentric is good. I don't want eccentric. I don't want to become eccentric. I want to remain myself. Okay, so who do we have here? We have Hiking Finwë, who we were just reading about. We have Miriel Sarinda. Ah, mother of Feanor. Okay. And then we have Feanor as well. In Valinor, when the world was young, King Finwë of the Noldor wed Miriel, who was called Sarinda. Ah, okay. Because of her skill in needlework. She bore him a son, whom she called Feanor, Spirit of Fire, but Miriel said to Finwë, "Never again shall I bear a son, for the strength that would have nourished many has gone forth into Feanor," after which he departed to rest in the gardens of Lorien, never to wake again. Ooh. Finwë grieved much for the departure of his wife, and all his love he gave to his son. Feanor grew fast and strong, subtle in his mind, and skilled in hand, the greatest in mind and body of the children of Iluvatar. He devised the Teng War, which men and elves use to this day to write their speech, marvelous gems and seeing stones that are called Palantry. Ah. The Teng War was a writing system invented by Feanor. Ah, okay. And also made for Palantir. Early in life, Feanor wedded Nerdunel, daughter of Martin, a smith beloved of Ulle, who taught much to his son-in-law. Nardunel was wise and patient, and alone was she able to sway Feanor's counsel at times. Together, they sired 7 sons. Do I need a stewardship perk? No. Maybe, I mean, intrigue perk, I don't have. Having 7 sons is a guaranteed succession nightmare. Luckily, I just have Legolas. Oh, I do get an intrigue perk. Okay, is there something here that would be nice? Fabricating hooks, fertility, seduce, torture, dread gain. I mean, being a little bit more dreadful, I feel, is actually kind of fitting, you know. Yeah, let's get some dread gain. I don't think I'm a very dreadful character. Yeah. I mean, serve the crown gives me 15, which is nice. Right here, let's unpause. We have the Lays of Beleriand. I think that's another in-between one. Yeah, let's click on that. Right, so we have the Unchaining of Morgoth. I know a little bit about Morgoth. I've watched some videos on him. We have High King Feanor again. Though he loved his son greatly, Finwë desired companionship again and new children. Manwë granted his request, and Finwë married Indis of the Vanyar, who bore him 2 sons, Fingolfin the Valiant and Finarfin the Wise. Feanor loved his father deeply, but ever begrudged Indis, and he lived apart from them, exploring every corner of Aman, or busying himself with the crafting of new things. Aman, also called the Blessed Realm of the Undying Lands, is the westernmost continent of Arda, which lies across Belegar from Middle-earth. Ah, okay. Then it came that Morgoth, the Dark Enemy, was released from bondage by the Valar after being held for 3 ages of the world in the halls of Mandos, and he took fair form and feigned friendship with the Noldor, bringing them hidden knowledge in which they delighted. But he hated the elves, deeming them the cause for his downfall. But Vanyar would not hear his counsel, content in the light of the two trees, and Faulmari he thought of little worth. In the Noldor, ever eager for knowledge and craftsmanship, he found the unknowing agents for his schemes, and Morgoth whispered to the ears of the Noldor and planted the seeds of strife among themselves and against the Valar. But chief of all he hated Fëanor, who refused his counsel and was wary of his words. Probably wise. We get another learning perk. How could Manwë release Morgoth? It was generous but very unwise. I agree, actually. That seems like a silly thing to do. Oh, look at the background. Man, that's beautiful. The Silmarils and the Unquiet of the Noldor. See, the Silmarils, that is something I have watched a lot of videos on. That's I love the stories around the Silmarils and whatnot. So Fëanor was filled with foreboding and feared that the blessed days of the noontide of Valinor could come to an end. He pondered how to preserve the light of the two trees, Lorelin, the golden, and Telperion, the silver. He devised the Silmarils, 3 great jewels protecting the light of the trees in vessels that no force or violence could break. Yet they were no mere crystals, and the light burned within them and gave them life, and they rejoiced in light received and shone all the brighter. All rejoiced and marvelled at the work of Fëanor, and Vardar blessed the Silmarils, so that no hands unclean or anything of evil might touch them without being burnt by their fire. And Morgoth lusted after them, and in his desire he strove ever to destroy Fëanor and the friendship between the elves and the Valar. Morgoth told the elves that the Valar kept them in Aman, as in a golden cage, for they were jealous of their craft and their art, so that men may supplement them in the kingdoms of Middle-earth. If the Valar hadn't kept so much hidden from the elves, they might have listened. Oh, I didn't get a perk, I don't think. You've come to pay homage. Okay, sure, but be quick about it. I'm reading here. Right, who do we have here? So we have Finarfin the Handsome. You sailed west, right? Yes, yes. We have Fëanor again, and Fingolfin. As Morgoth's lies spread among the Noldor, the Unquiet turned to factionalism. Fëanor began to speak openly of returning to Middle-earth, but from his people, though from Morgoth's lies in truth, he had heard Fingolfin strove to supplant him as their father's heir, with the backing of the Valar. And to Fingolfin it was told to be wary of his brother, lest he should use their father's love towards him to strip him of everything. And so, Fingolfin came to Finwë to ask him to restrain Fëanor, disgracing his loyalty to their father. At this insult, Fëanor entered the court and poured his sword on Fingolfin, warning him that it would prove sharper than Fingolfin's tongue. Oh, could you imagine that scene? Thus, the Valar finally uncovered that Morgoth was the root of the disquiet of the Noldor, and he fled before their pursuit. But for drawing his sword upon his brother, Fëanor was exiled from Tirion for 12 years, and with him to Formenos came his father and the elves of his house. The Finwë held himself unkinged, but the Valar had unilaterally overruled him, and in that moment the lies of Morgoth seemed to Fëanor as truth, for Fingolfin reigned in Tirion as regent, and it was the Valar whose actions made it so. At the end of his exile, Fëanor was invited to a great feast in Valimar, and near all of the elves of Aman were present, and the brothers reconciled. Morgoth took advantage of the feast to strike. With the help of the great spider Ungoliant, he caused the darkening of Valinor by destroying the 2 trees and raided the vaults of Formenos, killing Finwë and stealing the Silmarils before fleeing towards Middle-earth. And I guess after that is when he made his crown, right? With the Silmarils. The darkening of Valinor. The darkening of Valinor was the destruction of the 2 trees by Morgoth and Ungoliant. This plunged Valinor into darkness. Then they went to Formenos and slew Finwë and seized the Silmarils where the light of the trees was preserved. In the aftermath, Tolkus, Astolodor, and Oromès set out in pursuit but could not find Morgoth, who escaped to Middle-earth. But I think they killed the spider, right? Was the next step. Let's see. So much strife between brothers should be avoided. We now have the Oath of Fëanor. We have Caranfir Feanor. We have Medros Vitor. Man, I gotta say again, I absolutely love these historical endeavors, by the way. Reading them in order from the beginning as well is so much better. If you're newer to the lore too, I recommend starting at the beginning and then working your way through. Because now things make much more sense in my head. I have a proper timeline, you know? Anyway, the Valar asked Feanor to give his Silmarils to Yavanna so that she might heal the two trees. Yavanna Kementari is the queen of the earth, the giver of fruits. In her domain lies all things which grow. She made the two trees after the destruction of the lamps made by her husband Ole. Ah. The Onodrim, or Ents as they are known by men, were the result of her pleading with Manwë Sulimo for a protector of all things that grow. Oh, that's so cool. At this, Feanor was filled with anguish and indecision, for the jewels were as such he could never again make, and to unmake them would be to unmake himself. And then once more the lies of Morgoth arose anew, and Feanor perceived the Valar too as Morgoth's king, and that he would not yield them save by force, and that it would but prove all his fears of them right. Then messengers came bearing the news of the death of Finwë, and the theft of the Silmarils. Grieved now beyond consolement, for he had loved his father above all the works of his hands. Feanor fled into the night, whence none could find him. Many days passed, ere in the darkened Tirion, Feanor appeared again, an all-consuming fire within him. He spoke words of rebuke and power, bidding his people join him in the quest for vengeance. To show their resolve, he and his son swore a terrible oath, known only thereafter as the Oath of Feanor. Feanor's will and words were so great, he prevailed against those who preached for caution, and all of the host of Noldor made to depart. Man, the more I read, the more I realize how cool the elves are in Lord of the Rings. The history is so damn rich. Let's see. Words with which to shake the world. Okay, and that's an end to my study. Right. So we now know the next time I do a historical endeavor, guys. Here, you can keep the books, because I might read them again in the future. The next time I do an endeavor, we know that it's the next one that's probably going to give us the Zealous trait. But I wanted to read the other two in order, because now I have a proper timeline in my head and things start to make more sense. Can you get off the screen? What is this? Thank you. Right. Historical endeavor completed. I have more lore in my brain. We don't have any wars. I think I'm going to call it there. Here we go. We've got another cultural fascination. Let's see. Next, we'll get the ermine cloaks. I can get more vassal limit, which is nice. But guys, I think I'm going to end it there. We're almost at an hour long already. I think it's a good place to end. That was some cool lore. I'm learning a lot. And I must say, the more I play this series and learn about the elves, the more I really find the elves cool. Their history is so rich and whatnot. I mean, it goes back so far. So, but yes, next episode, we will hopefully do the last endeavor. We will get our Zealous trait, and then we're gonna have to start going and dealing. Oh man, look how fast Orc Town are expanding. It's absolutely insane. They're only getting 5 gold per month though. And in fact, they are currently fighting Galadriel and Elrond. Galadriel never calls me in though because it's a defensive war. We need to deal with Angmar as well. Deal with these orcs in the north too. Restore the dwarfs there. But that's going to have to wait till next time. Right guys, thank you for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.